Hi, this video is for people who are interested in obtaining guardianship. I'm Emily Hardy at the Virginia Poverty Law Center, and I do elder law. What is guardianship? Well, guardianship is where a judge appoints someone to act on behalf of the interests of a ward, a person with disabilities who is unable to make their own decisions because they're incapacitated. The judge will appoint a guardian who will be responsible for the personal affairs of the ward, such as making decisions about support, care, health, safety, where the person lives, their education, etc. Because the person who is found incapacitated loses ability to make many decisions, guardianship is typically considered a last resort option. Next question, how is conservatorship different than guardianship? As opposed to personal affairs, a conservatorship is about making decisions about the ward's estate, which means money and personal property. So money and things that can be sold and turned into money, financial affairs. Often the same person is appointed to serve as both guardian and conservatorship, but it does not have to be that. It can be more than one person. And sometimes you only need a guardian who does the personal affairs and not a guardian of finances. So there's different types of guardianships depending on what the individual person needs. So there are also guardianship alternatives. What are they and how are they different from guardianship? Because guardianship is meant to be a last resort, as is conservatorship, a court may look to see what alternatives are available and why they aren't as sufficient before deciding if there should be a guardianship. So some examples are powers of attorney, which is a legal document that someone makes while they have capacity, and they'll name a person who can manage their affairs for them. The person who signs the document is the principal, and the person they appoint to help them is their agent. While an agent has a duty to act in the principal's best interest, not everyone will fulfill that duty, and for this reason, it's important to appoint a person that you completely trust. Powers of attorney can be drafted in different ways. They can be made very broad so that they can cover any situation or limited to really specific things that the person can do for you. So you can grant them the authority to do one specific act, like selling a piece of property, or to do anything that you might need done. Going hand in hand with powers of attorney for finances is the advanced medical directive. It's sometimes referred to as a healthcare power of attorney. It allows a person who has capacity, again, to make a decision about who they want to help them once they need help, such as what kind of medical procedures they would or wouldn't want done, whether they want CPR in the case of a heart attack or pulmonary arrest. They can also appoint an agent to make other medical decisions not covered by the document. Virginia has a specific law called the Healthcare Decisions Act, which says that if a person who is capacitated does not have a guardian or advanced medical directive, the law provides a list of people who can step in to make certain medical decisions limited to the current treatment. So if you haven't appointed these and an emergency happens, there is a way for somebody to step in and make some of the decisions. In place of a financial power of attorney, sometimes what's needed is something called a representative payee, and this is something through Social Security. So if somebody receives Social Security income like retirement, supplemental security income, or disability, they can have someone appointed to manage that money for them, and that person would be their representative payee, or sometimes called rep payee. If somebody gets income through the Office of Personnel Management, if they worked for the federal government, you can also apply to be a representative payee through that. Sometimes they require a court decision before they will appoint someone rep payee. So what this is to say is that a guardianship is a last resort if someone has not made other arrangements and they need someone to be appointed to make sure that they can take care of themselves, their health, their finances, then a guardianship might be the correct option.